Let's hit the road. Empty.
No range anxiety yet.
No
From the
hurry.
trip from there to here,
No worry. Just empty. Going places in our NEVs. We're empty. Come for the ride. Empty. 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 Let's get empty. Empty. Get empty.
We have arrived in Chief Dowie International Airport, and at long last with the whole team, we're here to start off the mini road trip. And let me show you the cars that we've got for today. Firstly, starting off, we've got the Volvo XC60 T8 Recharge. This is going to be the one that Linda's going to be driving for us. Next, we've got another car over there, the MG Cyberster in red. Again, this should be a nice car to drive on the open roads. And then lastly, going down there, we've got the Toyota Hybrid. It's the XR. Hence, for the mini road trip, we've got ourselves 3 different types of vehicle classes, all electrified: the hybrid, the plug-in hybrid, and the battery electric.
They say Knysna is best explored by foot, but what if that foot has 4 wheels and runs on electrons? This is the electric garden route.
Beautiful day in PE today. Driving down to Knysna, enjoying the MG Cyberster. Absolutely comfortable, luxurious, electric, soft top, convertible, very smooth ride. No range anxiety yet. And best of all, 0 tailpipe emissions.
Mentos Plaza in J-Bay is about an hour from the airport. It's the unofficial start line for road trips that run on charge instead of fuel.
So, we've just arrived at Mentos Plaza, which is by Jeffreys Bay. Obviously, you can see that I've had the opportunity to drive the Toyota Corolla Cross, the hybrid. It's the XR spec, by the way, to the top of the line. If you look at the interior, it's nice and comfortable. It's got pretty much everything that you need from a vehicle perspective. So, give or take an hour, how was the drive? I think it was pretty good. As a car, I think it's expected of a Toyota that it's built well, it drives well, and also very spacious. If you think about it from that perspective, it's definitely the type of car that's worthwhile, having for a road trip. So yeah, let's see what the other colleagues have to say, because what we're going to be doing from here onwards is also to swap the different cars and seeing and getting an experience around different drivetrain technologies. But me personally, I think this was a great choice to start my trip off with.
when we left Dowie Airport, the battery was on 12 kilometers. From the trip from there to here, the battery was able to recharge to 30 kilometers. So it still has room to charge some more. This is an 81 kilometer range battery. So it's small because it's a hybrid. So it only charges with an AC charger. And what you just need to do is get your cable, connect the car, and then you connect it to the actual charger. And then you tap, and it will charge away while you go, or while I go look for breakfast, because it's time to eat.
Let's go ahead. Connect this bad boy. Not a good sign. We're seeing some cobwebs here, meaning the guys haven't been utilizing this. Okay, 67%. As you can see there. And we are charging.
The Jeffreys Bay Wind Farm is a majestic part of South Africa's clean energy push. Across roughly 3,700 hectares, it powers approximately 460,000 megawatts per year, enough to light up thousands of homes.
So the drive was very comfortable. Like I said before, I thought I'm too tall for the car, but it was super comfy. The safety features are also very, very nice compared to other cars I've experienced. The car just nudges you when you go on the wrong lane. It's not loud. The car is very sturdy. When you need to pick up, I really felt that 0 to 100 in 3 seconds. I could really feel it as I was speeding up when I needed to. So very, very, very nice car.
216 meters above the Blokrans River is an icon of engineering and adventure. The Blokrans Bridge is where nature's beauty meets the thrill of the world's highest bungee jump.
Almost a decade.
Every July, the Knysna Oyster Festival brings thousands together. Marathons, oysters, art, cycling, and music. It started in 1983 to boost winter tourism. It's that thing that defines the town's cultural rhythm.
But today was all about fun, so we had fun on the road, taking pictures and videos. We started and we finished, and it was awesome.
Good morning, guys. We need to stop and do a quick charge, maybe a top up on the MG. We've got about 45% battery life with a range of approximately 160 kilometers.
I just want to show you guys a little bit of something. Within the Cyberster, what has happened is they have supplied us with a cable. As you can see here, there's one cable. But this is the interesting part. We've got ourselves a plug for a slow charger, which is clearly not based on the South African standard. So what this basically means is, first and foremost, I'm not going to be able to slow charge with this cable if I'm in an emergency, meaning, this cable itself is pretty useless in South Africa. But then the second part is around the Type 2 cable needed for the AC charger. I was looking around in the car just to see if we can find it, and taking a quick look underneath. I see the pumping kit, I see the emergency indication lights, so forth, but there's no AC charging cable. So I guess what's happened here is we are dependent on using DC chargers, and if we ever end up in a situation where the DC charger is unavailable with the cable, the MG might get stuck. So I'm hoping that during day 2 we're not going to have this issue. But yeah, I'll keep you guys posted and see if we can get to the airport in GQ. Over and out.
Let's get M. Let's get M. Let's get M. Let's get M. Let's get
The Crags, just inland from Plettenberg Bay, is where they say the garden route takes a breath. This stretch was built for detours, fynbos, forest roads, polo fields, sanctuaries. It's wild in the best way.
So we are here at the Crags. You can see the Cyberster's getting charged here already. And next it's the Volvo that's going to be getting some charging going. Now, maybe a little important point to highlight. When it comes to cables, right? AC charging cables, as you can see, very, well, I wouldn't say very thin, but a relatively thin gauge cable. So it's quite light, you can hold in one hand. Versus with the DC cables, and what you're seeing here, and you can see it's quite a chunky piece of cable. This is a cable that is not water cooled, meaning it's basically, you know, dissipating heat into the atmosphere. Now what that means is that you're going to typically require a much thicker cable to be able to push the current through in order to do the charging on the car. Hence, with these type of cables, and one of the drawbacks or the downsides with DC charging with this type of cable is the fact that it is very heavy. I think Linda, who was with us on this trip earlier on, was trying to get it off the charger and then plugged into the car, and she was having a little bit of an issue due to the fact that it was a heavy cable. So I think, you know, from a charging infrastructure usability perspective as well, the faster the charge needs to be, the thicker the cable gets, unless you start going towards water-cooled cables. And the moment you start going towards that, there's a bigger investment. So I think overall, as we start to look at how do we overcome some of these challenges, it's definitely one of the things we're going to have to think about to make sure that every consumer, may that be a guy who trains on a day-to-day basis, or even the elderly, is able to readily access and utilize this type of infrastructure. But yeah, let's first see if we can get the charging going on the Volvo. So as you can see, got the Type 2. We're going to be sticking this into the car first, which is the port that's right here. And then the other end, we need to stick into this port here on the charger. So this would go in there. And from here, all we need to do is authenticate it against this panel. Quick here. And let's see, charging. So the display is coming up as charging. And let's take a quick look at the dashboard inside. There we go. And what we can see here is it says battery level 2%. And you can see there is the charging mark that's on there as well. Okay, cable connected. Paused. Hopefully we can resolve this issue so we can get the AC charging going on it. The display is blanked out, but it does say charge.
Every good road trip comes with a plot twist. Ours just needed a little extra charge and some patience. The snag at the Crags was part of the story. We were back on the road before it could become the headline.
Oh mercy me, oh mercy me.
The storm's river mouth, where the river meets the ocean. You feel it before you understand it. It's raw, restless, and somehow it's exactly where you want to be.
Can you hear me, Lord, and can you lead me to the light?
Hi, so we're here at Storm River's mouth at the Chichigama National Park. We couldn't drive past without coming to see these beautiful waves and mountains and scenery. So we're just walking down now, closer to see the waves. Further off, there's a bridge that we also wanted to see, but I think time is not on our side. So today we won't go there, but next time we'll definitely go. So if you're in the area, don't miss this. It is beautiful. The waves are big and it's very pretty, like crystal blue. So come over here if you ever have a chance.
Look at the waves crashing there. Amazing.
Turns out you don't need loud to feel powerful. You just need the open road and the right kind of charge. And that's that. The electric garden route. Done. This won't be the last road we reimagine. Look out for our next adventure. I'm Kruger, Mpumalanga. We're coming for you next.